Nice.
So here's my heart. Here's the superior vena cava. So the first branch off that superior vena cava is my azygos. Okay, you can see it coming off and branching along the vertebrae in the back. So my superior vena cava continues up, and you can see up at the top it branches into a Y shape. So each arm of this Y is a brachiocephalic vein. The brachiocephalic vein has 3 branches off it. 3. Okay. It has the internal jugular running right next to my carotid artery, this little one right there. It has the external jugular, which is the larger vein here on the outside. Okay. And then we have my subclavian here going into the arm. Okay, so again, off that brachiocephalic trunk, we have my internal jugular, my external jugular, and my subclavian veins coming off of it.
Nice.
My subclavian vein is going to become the axillary here at the armpit, and then if I went further deep into this tissue in the arm, this would be brachial up in here. Okay, on the other side you can see it, but it's lost the dye. Okay, see that? See how it's started to lose the dye, but still it's subclavian. Right here it's axillary, but then further in the arm, right in here, it's brachial. Okay.
Nice.
So now for the arteries. So when I turn my heart over, you can see the ascending aorta coming out and arching over. Okay, that aorta, when I turn the heart, you can see it continuing down into the abdomen. So this is my descending aorta, and since it's in the thoracic cavity, this is my descending thoracic aorta. Okay. So my aortic arch has 2 arteries branching off of it. So this is going to be my brachiocephalic trunk for the right side of the cap. On the left side, this is going to be my left subclavian artery. Okay. So the brachiocephalic trunk for the artery also has 3 branches off of it. Okay, if I remove some of this tissue a little bit, you can see there's 1, there's 2 in the middle, and then there's the 3rd branch there. Okay.
Nice.
So these first 2 branches going up into the neck are going to be my carotid arteries. Okay. So then the 3rd branch going off into the arm is my right subclavian artery. Okay. So then following that subclavian into the left side of the cap, so it's subclavian artery. Again, once it reaches the armpit, it's axillary. And then over here, once it reaches the brachial region, it's now brachial artery. Okay.
Nice.
So that's it for the upper body, for the arteries and veins. There are 2 nerves. We need to find 2. Okay, so the first one is going to be our vagus nerve. So when I find my carotid artery, okay, you can see this white string-like structure running directly parallel to that carotid. That is going to be my vagus nerve. Okay, so both carotids have a vagus nerve running alongside of it.
Nice.
The other nerve is going to be my phrenic nerve. So you can actually see it right here. See it running along my inferior vena cava. See that? So that connects to my diaphragm on this side. So that's my right phrenic nerve. My left phrenic nerve, when I turn the heart, okay, you can see it deep in this tissue. I'm lifting up on it. Okay, see that white line, that string? That is my other phrenic nerve, and I know it is because when I pull on it, it's lifting up on that diaphragm. Okay, so there's my phrenic nerve on that side. On the right, okay, again, it runs directly with my inferior vena cava attaching to that diaphragm. Okay, so then for the lower body. Okay, clear this out a little bit more. Okay, so for the lower body, we're going to start with the arteries first. So our aorta is descending into the abdomen. Once it passes through that aortic hiatus in the diaphragm, it is now abdominal aorta. The abdominal aorta's first branch here is going to be my celiac trunk. The celiac trunk has 2 here in the middle, and 3 here at the very end branches. Okay, so the first one down here, that's my hepatic. This one here in the middle is my gastric. And this one going all the way at the end is my splenic, going to my spleen, which is this tongue-like structure. Okay. So then below my celiac trunk, the second branch off my abdominal aorta is my superior mesenteric artery. Okay. So just below that will be my renals. Okay, so there's an artery in here somewhere. It's back there underneath the vein. Okay. Right there, going to my kidney, that's my renal artery. Okay. Just below that, if we find this real tiny, see this little string-like artery, real tiny right there? That's my gonadal, okay? So underneath my renals, there will be a gonadal on either side. It just got ripped on this side. So then below my gonadal will be my inferior mesenteric artery. So then below that we get into the iliacs. So for the arteries, we have a big outer V, and then we have a smaller inner V on the inside. So this outer V structure is my external iliac. The smaller inner V is my internal iliac. So then sitting within the middle of my internal iliac, gotta really dig deep in there. Okay, see that? That is my sacral artery, sitting right in the middle of that internal iliacs, okay? So then following my external iliac into the leg, it's external here. Right here is my deep femoral branch. So then after that, this vessel continuing in the leg is my femoral artery. Okay? So then for the veins, there's something called the hepatic portal vein. Okay, in this cat, it's not dyed. Okay, usually it's yellow, but see this purple vein right there? See that? So that's part of my hepatic portal vein. Okay, so it actually starts back near the liver. It comes up and then it branches up towards the stomach and spleen as my gastrosplenic vein. And then you can see down here, this purple vein right here. Okay, see that? That is my superior mesenteric vein. And then my inferior mesenteric vein, if I move through this tissue, okay, see it right there? That is my inferior mesenteric vein branching off the superior. Okay, so I can get the yellow one out and show it to you a little more clearly. Okay. So then we're not going to worry about anything for the veins until the kidneys. Okay, so here's my kidney, here's a kidney. The vein going to each kidney is my renal. Okay. Now on this cat, its anatomy is a little weird. So this is going to be my gonadal vein coming off of the right side. On the left side, there will be another gonadal vein that got broken off, but it branches directly off of my renal going to the gonads. Okay. So then below the renal, we ignore everything until we get to the iliacs. Okay, so starting here will be my common iliac moving down. So it's common iliac first. Then if I move some of this to the side, we see this deep inner branch. Okay, see that going deep down into that tissue down there? Okay. Right there. The probe's running with it, see that? Mm-hmm. That is my internal iliac. Okay, so it's common up here. We have this internal branch. So after that, this little portion here is now external iliac. Okay. So right here will be my deep femoral vein. So then my external iliac becomes femoral vein. Okay. Then right here is a branch we don't need to know, but just know it's the caudal femoral. Okay. But know that after this branch, my femoral vein is now greater saphenous continuing down the leg. Okay. So that's it.